OK。これはこうすればいいのかな。なんだこれ。わかんない。Facebook で削除。Hello guys! Sorry, wait a minute. Okay. Hello guys, how's it going? It's Miyoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm so late. It's so hot here in Japan, so I'm right in front of the window. Yeah, this is our bedroom, by the way. But anyway, yeah, I was sharing some information with my husband, and I see myself in the living room, gigantic face on the 50-inch TV. But anyway, can you guys hear me and everything? I hope everything is good. The window is open, so my voice is like probably echoing to my neighbors, but whatever. Freaking hot. Okay. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free and I won't forget the man who died and who gave the right to me, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her. Oh, is it a song? I guess it's a song. Oh gosh. Hello guys. I'm just catching up with the comment section really quickly. If she got a chance to play the game I suggested last week. No, I actually was in Tokyo for 2 nights, so like 3 days in total, and we held a press conference and everything, and after that we had to contact many people, and I've been busy actually. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. What's the online insult bill about? Is it anti-freedom of speech for Japan? No, I don't think so. I mean, of course, we have to be careful with our words, but the insults online in Japan is really, really terrible. And so this, I guess she's a wrestler, like professional pro wrestler, but she was on this TV. No, it was a Netflix show, and because of the bashing online, she committed a suicide, and so that was a trigger of everything. But yeah, Japanese people are so harsh online, and I don't like it myself. And yeah, people say stuff like they make things up, and attack others, and I'm actually a victim of that because I am known, right? So yeah, I'm glad that there's a law like that now. Greeting, Yoko. Hello. Have you seen Joe Bidum falling off his bike? Yes, I saw. I'm impressed though that he didn't injure his bones or anything, right? I mean, as far as I know, at least. So like usually when elderly people like him fall, then some bone breaks and then gets hospitalized, and then that leads to some kind of disease and then die. So that's usually the flow, but it's not happening to him. So I'm actually impressed. Like he must have like very firm, strong bones or something. Okay. That's it. I'm like sweating like around here. I can see the memes now. Yeah, I already saw this funny meme, like Joe Biden falling off from the bike, right? And then there's Xi Jinping, and he's like, "Bro," and then on the other line there's Putin, like, "Bro," and it's Xi Jinping again. He's like, "Bro," and then there's Kim Jong, like, "Bro." It was funny. I shouldn't make fun of Biden though, because our national security actually relies on America, and it's America is led by Biden administration, so I shouldn't make fun of the administration. But already seen some good ones. Cool. How goes it? Do you say how goes it? I'm not used to that expression. It's super humid here. It's the rainy season, so it's not raining today. It will start raining from tomorrow. But yeah, it's super hot and I don't like it. Last week you said you had concerns about Candace Owens. Do you dislike her because of her support of Russia? Yeah, that's something that I saw uh on Twitter one day, and so that's something that stopped me a little bit about her. But I haven't looked into her much. So, but I don't. The impression that I have of her is that she's really like super smart and she talks really fast and all. And uh I think the footage of her that I've seen before, actually this one footage, but it was against this, I guess he's like a South Korean. Oh wait. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. So there's Californian senator or congressman, I don't know, but she was testifying against this male Asian congressman or whatever, and she was explaining everything, and she was so logical, and I remember being impressed, like whoa, like I was blown away. So that's the impression I have of her, like really logical and on point and very great at debates. And I've seen her tweets before regarding presidential election and so forth, and I have this positive image of her. But then I saw some, include regarding Russia, there was some confusion that I had. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a song by Lee Greenwood. Cool. It's very very what you call a patriotic. Me likey. Okay. Yeah. Do you hear the planes? In my prefecture, there's a airport like in the middle of like in the center of the city, so it's really loud. Ishi-san, hello. Okay. Howdy, partner. Scott Pressler. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't think I do. Do I? Uh. Oh. Oh. He has a long hair. Am I following him? No, I'm not following him. So I probably don't know him. Should I follow him? Scott Pressler. I'll just follow him just because. Just because. Good evening. Yoko's back, yes. Oh, yes, Ted Liu. Yes, him. Hot and humid. If I ever go to Japan, I just know I'm going to miss hippos. Yeah. It's really. Uh, 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 uh. If it was Trump that fell, it would be all over the news 24/7. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. He does clean up subsidies. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so this is a Q&A session. So if you have any question about Japan or me or politics here, let me know. And in the meantime, I should report to you, like what I did in Tokyo. So in Japan, um, there's this resolution against China that was about to be approved. This resolution is about the human rights violation by China, and it was approved. Like the text was changed a lot, so it's not as powerful as we planned, but at least we have the form. It is about China, and inside of the like on the resolution, there are words like Tibet, Uyghur, Southern Mongolia. Southern Mongolia is this term that we use to regard to the so-called Inner Mongolia, but Southern Mongolians like to use Southern Mongolia, so that's cool. It's official now, so it's all documented, and it's about China. And even though it's not ideal, it is basically something to accuse China for human rights violations. So it was approved in the House of Representatives, but so next step was to be approved by the House of Councillors, but National Diet closed before it was approved. And so on that day, like we had the information that it was not going to pass. So on that day that the diet closed, we planned this press conference, which you probably saw on my channel. And yeah, we held a press conference with all the nation states that are that are listed in the resolution, and we raised our voice like, please, approve this in the House of Councillors as well. So yes, that was a lot of work. We had to call everybody, like, yeah. And it's a volunteer. So my husband and I, we fly to Tokyo, but we live in Fukuoka Prefecture. So each time, like, it costs us a lot just to fly and also to stay at a hotel. Even though we choose a cheaper ones, it's pain in the ass. Do you follow local elections in your country? Local elections are rule us in America. Are they as important in Japan? City level, not so much, unless it's the what it's called in English. Mm, so unless it's like ordinance designated city. Ordinance designated, that's such a big word. City like Fukuoka City and the huge cities, then they have the representatives can have kind of big power, but not as much as, of course, the prefectural ones. And what's the most important is our national diet members. So yes, we have to carefully choose our national diet members. But my husband is giving me advice right now. So sometimes local ones, my husband just gave me the advice, but sometimes local elections do affect our national policies, such as the ones in Okinawa Prefecture. There is the US base, which the leftists are trying so hard to kick out of. And so who gets power in Okinawa Prefecture becomes very important. So then that is, something that we have to pay attention to. And the leftists know it, so that's why they do campaigns there. Also team up with the media to report on that, like, oh, Okinawa people, even though they are activists sent from other places, like especially unions, like labor unions, teachers union, all this retired people, like, elderly people are dispatched to Okinawa. So they are activists, but then they do these activities to kick out US base. And then the leftist media there write like, oh, Okinawa people are against US base and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And so regarding that, the elections there is important. So things like that happen. Hey, Yoko, what do you think of the media and companies in the US convincing children to get sex changes and pushing LGBTQ ideology on them? I hope in Japan this would be unacceptable behavior. Yeah, I am, of course, on Twitter, and I see all this LGBTQ related topics there all the time. I'm upset. I'm upset that children are now exposed to all these options, I guess, like, or choices. What do you mean, children to get sex changes though? Just just pushing the ideology. Yeah. I see a lot of um I don't know where to start, but I don't discriminate. Like, I, because of my religious background, I don't have anything against LGBTQ people in general. However, children, of course, they don't know things, and because of that, I guess leftists want to teach them like all the possible option around, but that is confusing the children, obviously. And so I'm like, just let them grow by their own, like when they just live as a human in the society, like in their society, they will feel like, oh, am I like a manly man, or like what kind of girl am I, and they're gonna ask questions by themselves. And I'm like, why don't you just leave that up to them? Isn't that the respect towards them and their right? Like, it's not like you should brainwash children into thinking like, oh, you, because you have this body, you should do this and that. That's the, like, the old fashioned way, of course, is not right, I guess, because nobody should tell you what to think. But yeah, like, it only confuses children. And I see from the conservative side in the US that there are, I don't know the percentage, but there are actually people that regret the sex change, right? And so I think that it's easy to promote something like this type of LGBTQ push and its ideology, but at the same time, adults should be responsible for the risks that can happen. That's the only way that you can educate stuff like this. Like, you should teach them pro and cons, right? And I was actually shocked related to this. I was shocked that, did I talk about this last week? Was it last week? Christina Aguilera had the thing at this family friendly concert. I guess, like, it's a, I don't know the name of the event, but Christina Aguilera had this sexual thing done there, and she was singing, I guess, a sexual song, and it was supposed to be um family friendly event. And even I was like upset after I saw that, because it's so visual and it's so sexual, and it was too much information for me. So I'm like, when I saw that, I grew up listening to Christina Aguilera, and I always liked her. And even though I knew that she was, like, of course, like, she's a woman, and she's in the industry, so of course she's gonna make songs to empower women. But now she's talking about this type of stuff as well, and it's sad, man. The thing, I don't actually know the word, what it's called. But let's see, it's mm, a lot of conservatives have no issues with what gay people do in their private life, but it's unacceptable to push sexuality on children, whether it's gay or straight. Yeah, I agree. Yes. My Japanese perspective is that it's okay, just like you, it's okay to, believe, or I don't care what kind of values that you have, like, in your private life. But when it comes to our marriage system, Japan is, our culture and social system is are based on what we call koseki, like a family, what's it called? I don't wonder if I can translate that in English. Family register or census. I don't know why it's called in register census register, family register system. So like we register it. It's not just recent. Ooh, it's not recent, only recent years, but it's been our thing for hundreds of years that we have this system to register our families, and we have like family trees and everything, and that's our big culture. And so, and it's just like our emperor culture. It's all like, male blood and so on, and it's very important. So if that is messed up by LGBTQ thing, then that's not good. So yeah, when it comes to like marriage system, we're careful. Hi Yoko-san, I'm Korean. Oh, hello. 안녕하세요. I have seen you about 7, 8 years ago in Korean news about broadcasting. At the time, I couldn't understand you, but now, through history study on myself, I can understand you. Thank you. Yeah, I was I was a evil symbol for Korean people at the time. Oh man, like that's I guess that what you're talking about is the songs that I made about the history between Japan and South Korea, and how the education here or what media says in both countries are wrong. So I'm like, oh, here's the truth, and I rapped about it in a really, I guess it's pretty. I don't know the right word in English, but yeah, I was angry at the time to know like all these things that I learned at the time. But anyway, so I think it was KKM. I don't remember the TV station, but this TV station in Korea actually talked about me on their TV program, like the news program, and I was criticized by them together with our two national diet members. Like next to them, I was I was criticized. And at the time, though, I got lots of reactions from Korean people too, and a lot of them were criticism, like or bashing, like, "Oh, you're lying, you're a bitch," and stuff like that. But even at the time, I got some replies like, like the someone wrote me that he's open minded and he actually looked into the history and realized that what I'm saying is based on facts and so on. So like, yeah, like it's amazing that you can actually like you being Korean, you can the fact that you can open up your mind to look into stuff. That's courage, and that's amazing. It's so hard. My standpoint is easier because yeah, like we did this and that, and in this uh for this purpose and so forth. But I guess from the Korean side, it's difficult. But there are Korean people that actually care enough to look into the history. So that's amazing, man. Sorry and thank you. I will support you. Aw, I just want to say thank you. Sorry for your English level. No problem. Thank you so much. This made my day. Thank you. Thank you. なんて言うんだっけなんか韓国語でありがとうってなんだろう。Thank you. Yoko, did you hear about the huge scandal about Stephen Colbert and his staff? Oh yeah, I someone told me on Twitter, so I looked it up a little bit, and I saw that the it was a big word, like illegally entered the building, the hill. I mean, on January 6th, right? The Colbert staff. Yeah, is it? So it's a huge scandal there. Oh, right, because it's supposed to be Trump supporters, right? How is it reported? How are people's reactions? I rather want to know. I haven't looked into it yet much. Is it true many left-wing protesters in Okinawa are now even from Okinawa but pretend to be from there? Yeah? In Okinawa are now even They're some of them are not from there. I guess uh um Okinawa people and outsiders. Are labor teacher unions in Japan leftist like they are here in America? Yes, yes, super left. Are you and your husband supportive of unions? No. My friend, though, is trying to establish a union for freelancers, but that's about it. And usually, labor union and teachers union, all unions are leftists, and they what they do often is that when leftists have protests, they bring their union flag, so we can tell, like, oh, that sort of people. So yes. Oh yes, trespass is the new word that I learned. Colbert suffers trespass to do a comedy. Oh, bit harassing Republican congresswomen women. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, so that's new? Not January 6th? Hmm. In their fists on their doors? Okay, happened 2 days ago. Oh man. That's terrible. Uh, yeah, there's nothing nothing fun about it, like funny about it, right? Like, you can't even respect rules. Huh. That's a problem. That's what people like that do, man. Disrespects the system. Yoko, this may be random, but are there vintage truck shows in Japan? I know about Deco Tora. We just had a show, but with old trucks like Ford Model T, Mac, CG, MC, Cracker Box. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Vintage truck shows. No, I don't have any information on that. Mm. Decotora. Decotora ってなんだろう like, I've seen some YouTube channels though. Oh yeah, there are. When I was there was a time when I was hired by this MCN, like multi channel network called Full Screen, and so I was recruiting YouTubers here in Japan. But yeah, so while doing that, I saw the channels, some YouTube channels that are featuring all this like decorated trucks in Japan. So there is the community that are doing that, but I don't know anything about their events and so on. Yeah. Hayako-san, I'm going to listen and try to not get too mad, but yes, everything is terrible. No. When they say empower women, what they really mean give into short-term animalistic behavior at the expense of society and long-term meaning. Huh. Sorry, it's too difficult for me. I'm trying to understand. I don't have a problem with LGBT per se, but I have a problem with those who are boisterous and in your face, like they are talking down to you. Yeah. What I don't understand is something like I wrote this on Twitter too, but I don't know why LGBTQ community, like when they have a parade or event, I don't know why they have to be naked or be half naked or sexually express themselves. I'm like, that's the reason why you're discriminated, you know? Like, if you want to fit in, like, it's okay for you to express yourself, but like, have courtesy, you know? Like, right now, I'm dressed like this, like, only just wearing this tank top, but do I go to work like this? Never. Why? Because it's courtesy, right? And like I don't want to show myself like sexually and so on. Like this is YouTube and this is my home, so I'm like so relaxed and I'm just wearing a tank top. But I would never do that in the society, you know. But like LGBTQ community people, like I know their passion and so forth, but why do they do that? Like that's the reason why we are like you know, please, you know. So yeah, they should, like if they want to be treated equally, then they should behave equally as us. Like men and female, we have our way to sexually appeal to the opposite sex, or who we are, who we want to appeal to. You know, we have our way, but we don't show that in our protests because it's not appropriate, right? But LGBTQ people, that, or the protesters of the community, they don't do that, and they have their unique way to do their stuff. And I think that that's creating a problem, because especially because they don't represent the whole community, you know. It's only probably the portion, one portion of the entire community. So it's probably making things worse, because those, like I don't think that all LGBTQ people are like that, you know. So because of them, other LGBTQ people are judged. So that's not healthy, you know. So that's a problem that I see. Hi Yoko, haven't seen one of your videos in years. Glad the CCP hasn't ordered Susan to kick you off YouTube yet. Yeah, I haven't been making videos much at all recent, like for the past few years, because I'm focusing more on like doing activities in real life, like off the internet. So yeah, but I do this type of live streams. I was absent for the past 4 or 5 months or 6 months, but I've been doing this live stream weekly. So yes, tune in every week. Will Japan ever legalize cannabis? I don't think so. Part of me wants it though. I'm like, I want to relax. In Korea, kids are taught from a young age to hate Japan. Yeah, it's sad to see. In Japan, they don't teach the youth to hate Korea or even the USA for the matter. Yeah, because in Japan, you are taught to hate your own country. In Japan, we are taught to hate Japan. And I was trapped by that too. So until like late 20s, in my late 20s, I didn't know about all this history seen from different perspectives. I only thought that Japan was the bad guy, and we're like Japan is a horrible country. Part of the reason why I was so passionate about studying American English and learning about American culture, behind that there was this hatred towards my own country. I wasn't proud to be Japanese, so I'm like, I want to be American, you know. So yeah, it's so crazy. The people here love America. Usually, like usually, I guess that you're supposed to hate America, considering our history, but it never happens here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Wait, where's the comment? I will be moving to Japan this fall. Huh. As an English teacher, and I was wondering what advice you would give to a conservative gaijin looking to make Japanese friends. I know most gaijin are leftist. They are. The foreigners here in Japan, the majority are leftists. There are some conservative people though. I know this super duper intellectual black guy in Tokyo. So there's one. Oh, and Black Pigeon Speaks. He's in Japan too, I believe. Like, yeah. The last time I checked, he was living here. And yeah, I don't know. They're the only two. Or no, JC, Japan Conservative Union has some staffs. Or it's not, maybe he's not a staff. I don't know where he stands, but there are some people, cooperating, American people that are cooperating with JCU too. So yeah, there are people like conservative people, and there are sometimes like comments like this on my channel saying like, "Oh, I'm moving to Japan. I'm conservative." So uh, I don't know how to look for people though, man. But if you visit my channel often, like show up on my live stream, then there might be like-minded people that are living here. So maybe that's a start. You could always use Twitter and so on, or just simply go to political events. Yeah, there are lots of conservative events here. So your prime minister is 97 years old, and yet he is still 20 years younger than Biden. What do you mean? What? Prime ministers? What do you mean? Like our prime minister look younger, or I don't understand. わからんね。Um. Oh. Please make a video about trucking. Huh. 横尾さん、この聞いたことがある。Rules for thee, not for me. Sounds like an old saying. Oh, super chat. Hey, can't make it tonight. Modding somewhere. Oh, okay. But I'll catch the rerun. Oh, catch the rerun. Okay, thank you. Thank you always for your super chat. I really appreciate it, and good luck with your, I guess what your role is, a moderator. Yeah, good luck with that. And thank you always for your support. Yeah. Your prime minister is still a high functioning individual compared to Biden. Yeah. Our prime minister right now, his support rate is higher than other prime ministers because he doesn't take risks. So many conservative people are saying like, oh, he's not doing anything good, or actually like they believe that he's not good, especially because he's I guess I don't even know what they're saying. I don't even know if they're bashing him for national security or economically, but saying that he should resign and so on. But yeah, but his support rate is really good. Um, yeah, and because I think there was somebody that told me this, but because because our prime minister is not doing anything by his own, like he doesn't want to do things, but because of that, people that work for him are freely doing their work. So that's why there are some good results coming out of the administration. So I thought that was a good, like, interesting perspective. The Japan That Can Say No was a book that helped me understand the conservative message of Japan. It gave me a different perspective of Japanese pride and history beyond what anime. My I'm sitting on a tatami floor, so I'm like, my legs are hurting. Yoko, is your husband learning English? It would be great to have you both live stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, he understands way better than before. Netflix effect. uh, so I guess his listening skill is really good, my husband. But when it comes to speaking, like he still has a hard time, forming sentences. But ほら、来てるよ、コメントが。ハズバンドさん。コメント。He's laughing right now to see that comment. He said he's studying right now. Yeah, he's studying. Yeah, he's actually a very smart person though, so I know that he just need to study. Might need to start group. Might need to start group for meetups for conservative gaijin. That might be a good idea. Yeah. I once tried that in Tokyo though. Like there were some people that I knew in Tokyo that are pro Trump. So before the election, I talked to them to have meetups, to get to know each other. But everybody came on different times. Like they're not punctual, even though they are in Japan. So it didn't happen. I met everyone, but on different time for some reason, and so they never met each other. So that was a fail. But yeah, maybe I should have some kind of event. That's a good idea. That might be fun because I do need American friends, or it doesn't have to be Americans, but English speaking friends. The foreigner friends that I have right now are those who are working, those who work with us against China, like Tibetans, Uyghurs, Southern Mongolians, Hong Kongers, and so on. So, yeah, it'll be nice to get to know other people too. Sorry if the wind is too strong, but I have a window open right in front of me right now. So, I don't talk with political people. I think I just chat with VTubers, gamers, Isukaya drinkers. What is that? But yeah, I'm like that too. I don't usually talk to political people. it's it creates problems. LGBTQ people all see the opposite sex as the dominant sex, so they delusionally want to be the dominant in the relationship. Huh? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about how they feel and so on. As I said, I watch a lot of Netflix shows, and of course, the LGBTQ push is stronger and stronger each year. So, like, at least I'm like getting it's part of the brainwashing, I guess. But like, I'm not upset when I see like LGBTQ sexual scenes now. I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's just remind this comment somehow reminded me of that. Okay, anyway. I think with the age thing, Marx means your prime minister, while old, is still in great shape and more youthful in the sense of vitality and health. Yeah. True. Man, people, like elderly people don't die. And I think that's actually a problem in our society today, especially politics, like, of course I want my parents to live for a long time and so forth, but when you think about our society in general, because elderly people, like older generations, don't die, the younger ones don't have their time yet. Maybe not in America, for example, because the society is a little bit different. Like whoever has the ability gets to shine in America, I guess. And there's always American dream. But in Japan, it's like we have to cherish the older generation, and older generation don't die, in their career or in like their private life too. And so they still have the power. So it's the power dynamics, like, yeah, the dynamics never change, and it's the same, and the same, that what that means is that the same problems go on and on and on. So we don't change. And sometimes that's a good thing, but it's really a problem here, I feel. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd too. Man, I'm such a nerd. I never go out. I'm usually stuck home, and I play games and watch Netflix, and man, I need a life. Um, is it true one of Makoto Sakurai's campaign promises for Tokyo mayor was to legalize marijuana and allow the yakuza to regulate it? Really? No, I've never heard of it. Like, I mean, I'm not paying attention to him anymore because his time is gone. People don't talk about him anymore. Um, Yep. Now, today, what people here, like especially the conservative community, what they are talking about is the new party called Sanseito. So they are now getting lots of attention, but the party is, a lot of people see the party as something problem problematic, like a problem. uh yeah, so it's, man, our election is coming soon. Our House of Councilors election is coming in about a month, in less than a month. Yeah. Huh? Oh, right. So it will start, the election period will start in 3 days. So it's happening soon, but the election period is long though. But huh? 18日 18 days. So yeah. 10日だっけ? So the voting day is July 10th. So yeah. So. Husband, yes, yes. Just making fun. What is he reading, study? My husband hasn't been like doing like studying, but he watches lots of English, like lots of shows or movies in English. Speaking of which, we're watching something. Oh, we're gonna watch a Japanese one today, but yes, like I recommended Blacklist to him. It's which is available on Netflix, and he liked it. And I quit watching Blacklist after season 5 or so, but he watched the entire thing. Wait, the comment skips a lot. Wait. Oh, super chat, Eric Pug. Thank you for super chat. As foreigner, I'll never vote. But what is Japan? MJGA makes Japan great again. What do you mean? And what is Japan? Makes Japan great again? あ、そういう意味。What you mean is like what it means to make Japan great again? If so, If so, uh, revision of our constitution, and also fix. We have to fix our economy. Mm, yeah, like the biggest thing is that we have to have our own military. Hopefully, like strong weapons as powerful as nuclear weapons and so on. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for your super chat. Huh? Our leftists here are so crazy. My husband just said our leftists are so crazy that they have been working to weaken our self defense force, or like they are stopping us from having our military. So that's what our leftists do, and then also kick out the U.S. bases in Japan, which makes us vulnerable to CCP and also North Korea or Russia. Man, China and Russia are doing like military exercises around Japan. It's escalating and it's dangerous. You think like, oh, Russia is having a hard time with Ukraine, but I don't know if it's because of that, like they want to show off their power, like, oh, we have the room for other countries as well. Maybe they want to show off like that. But either way, Russia is doing things around Japan now. They were always like flying around in Japanese airspace and so on too, but they were not as active like now. But it's escalating now with China. So it's a problem. Hey Yoko, given Japan's support of women in the workspace and overall prevalence of compensated dating plus LGBT groups, are there any plans to for the Japanese overtone window to go further right? Japanese overtone window? What does that mean? Hmm? Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a term, I guess. Can you paraphrase? mm, to go to the right? A guy I follow said, what holds Japan back is the older people holding the younger folks back, and it is also good for keeping the woke in check. Yeah. Like, older people have power, and it's good and bad, really. How are fuel prices in Japan? Higher! Higher than before. Uh, can't hear the wind, no noise. Cool. Oh, super chat! Yay! Thank you for your super chat. What is your opinion on Germany? Plans to visit? Man, you have to know that next to American English, I love German language. So cool. So like, like I can't express it, but like such a cool language, and so I'm dry. Yeah. Ich liebe dich. So like I majored in English, but I did take German class in university, and yeah, I wanted to speak it, but I always fell asleep because the teacher was so boring. So that's my regret from university. But yeah, I want to visit Germany one day. That'll be cool. Mm. Oh, did Ger- this, did Germany increase their defense budget? And my husband is saying that it's a great thing and we should do the same. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go to Germany and have potatoes and I can't really drink, but I want to try the beer. And yeah. Thank you for super chat. Yeah, German language is so cool. Yeah. And there's a band. What was the band name called? Rammstein. Rammstein. Yeah. I know that band Rammstein. Yeah. So what's the end goal for Japanese conservatives with when Japan reveals its military? Uh, 国軍ができた後の目標。うん。結局どうしたいのみたいな。うん。うん。うん。We want to stop the expansion of CCP, and that that will protect the world order of Asia. But if you're asking about like what Japan want to be, then that would be like I think the conservative people we believe in the world peace, you know, that but it's different from the leftist ideology that we want all like like we have this image of like every country being like a family, and it's due to our emperor before like he talked about it that we're becoming one. うんうんうんMy husband is saying that probably Western people don't realize it, but China is actually really, really powerful in Asia, and they keep expanding, like more than you expect, and so it's really fatal. It's really significant. Like it's important that we stop them right now. Yes. Is there a Japanese version of the Maga movement? Uh, it's a little bit It's not like we don't have like a slogan or anything. It's like each of us are individually doing our activities, or the majority though they don't even do political activities. They just write on Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, movement wise, I feel like we're just trying our best each time in elections. Those who are highly aware of the situation, we just focus on elections, and also there are themes that we focus on, like the abduction problem by North Korea, and a revision of our constitution in order to have our own military, and human rights issues to fight against China. So there are topics like that, but we don't have a slogan and a big grassroots movement as one. We don't have that. Like it's that America is great, to the conservative side know how to do activities or lobbying even, but the Japanese people, I guess that the right side don't know how to do stuff much. Yeah, super chat again. Thank you for your super chat. Dankeschön. Follow AD with China. Great podcast every Friday. ATV China. Okay. ATV. Oh, oh yeah, I see that. Cool. Thanks for your recommendation. I will look into that. Cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Huh? Super good. Super good. Yes. Nice. Oh, I see another super chat. Thank you for your super chat. What do you think about the social justice warriors in anime localization industry that are trying to subvert Japanese media? There's a controversy going on right now where localizers are not accurately translating. Oh yeah, I hear that often from you guys. It is a problem. Like, so basically, they're changing the story, or like how like I don't exactly like I've never seen examples. Like I hear about it, but I don't know the specific examples, so I can't really comment. But it is a problem. Like obviously, when you see that, like if you don't like the works as it is, oh, I mean as they are, then you should make your own, right? Like translation shouldn't be like revision. You know, they're total different things. Huh. So it is it's great to know though that there are people that are fighting for that, you know, like there are those who want to change things around based on political correctness, but there are people like you and others who are seeing that as a problem. So that's really, I think that Japan has to react to that because we have no idea, I guess. I should tell our people about it, look into it more, and yeah, let our people know about it. Yeah, thank you for your super chat and your comment. Appreciate it. Oh, it's been an hour. I need. Du hast mich ge Jera. I can't read. Do you think China, Russia will go to war with USA? Will it go nuclear? Will Japan side with the USA if it happens? Do you think it will happen to begin with? That's like that's a total World War III. I mean, it is happening right now, like power wise. Like, if you look at the political dynamics, then it is what is happening right now. That China, Russia, side versus our like free countryside, and yeah, and China is trying to get like Southeast Asian countries, so they're bribing, and USA of course wants to compete with that, so they're visiting, and we are visiting also, and we are doing all this political things, but it's up to the calculation of what you gain and what you lose, you know, with the war. So if each nation state think that they will gain more to by going into the to a war, then they might make a decision like that. But yeah, if you like, I when I watch the news recently, I often think like, oh, we should just go into war, you know, and fight physically and end this war against Russia. That's my honest reaction every time I see the news lately. But if we do, then that would mean nuclear. So do we want to do that? You know, like those dictators that are pushed to the edge, they will go crazy and they will do anything. So I don't know if other countries should risk that. And Japan will always stand with the US, but uh, we still have limitations of what we are capable of. So I don't know if we will be good enough, to support, like because we can't be equally fight, So that's a problem. Yeah, exactly. The band that I talked about, Rammstein. Yeah, 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 yeah. 100 billion euro in a year. Cool. Due to Ukraine, yeah, 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 yeah. Yoko, the question about Rammstein is not what you think it is. What? What do you mean? Oh, this? I don't know what it means though. Restore the empire, yeah. Mm. New Asian map borders will be drawn by the great Japanese empire of the new millennium. Huh. Isn't it interesting that both Russia and China, or even Taiwan, like some of the Taiwanese people, they depict like they want to regain their empire. So basically, they're fighting for that right now, in this 21st century. That's really crazy. Mm, 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 mm. There's a YouTube channel called Otaku Daikun that made a detailed video about the localizer problem. Cool. I should look into that. Otaku. Otaku? Nani? Daikun. Okay. I should look into that because, like, I'm a Japanese person in Japan, so I have no idea about how our things are treated overseas. The Seventh U.S. Fleet is literally the biggest army ever amassed in human history. Oh yeah, they're huge, and they're working with us, like Japanese self-defense force too. So that's good. I feel like American people don't care though, like American citizens. They're especially conservative people. They're really, focusing on their own government because they are conservative, and yeah, it's so like when you look at what's going on in the world and also like what conservatives are saying or what they want to do, and on the other hand what liberals are thinking, what they want to do, and so on. Liberals usually are coherent throughout the world, but conservative side, we have all different sorts of things that we're working on. So like it seems like we could uh, cooperate, but like just like conservatives in the US, they are focusing on their own country, and it's really difficult. I feel like I say this every week, but anyway. Oh, Sam, it's been a while. Maybe. Hello from Australia. Hello. Man, I'm watching this show called Dynasty, and it's on Netflix. And there's this character, like female character from Australia or New Zealand, and her accent is so cute. So like, just reminded me of that. I'm not sure if Australia would do anything if China invades Taiwan. You're not sure? How is Australia? They Australia was like they had difficult times like a few years back with China, but I think that they regained their conservative power. But I don't know what's happening right now. Do you have a favorite Western book? Oh, hard to say. Did I actually? I don't usually read like English books, but translated ones I read sometimes. I can't. んそれ思ったんよ。yeah, I yeah. My husband says that his favorite book is the Bible because he went to Christian schools. So it was his kindergarten and also junior high school, high school. Kindergarten was Catholic, and junior high school were Protestant. Southern Baptist. Yeah. He's, uh, so yeah, he is familiar with Christianity. Hi Yoko, how are you? So good to see you live. May I ask your birthday? Thank you. It's good to see you too, but I don't I don't show my birthday. Thank you though for asking. Yeah, there was a time I was always like, "Oh, it's my birthday." I used to say that online, but I stopped uh after I got into politics. So some people I think know, but no, because it's like the information can be used in the wrong way. So yeah. Amen. Yeah. Zodiac sign? Yeah, I'll say that. It's Virgo. Virgo. I'm a Virgo. So I analyze too much and yeah. I'm a bit spiritual. Okay, man, it's been an hour. So this is supposed to be an hour long show. I want to learn Japanese. I'm currently learning kanji. Cool. I bet that it's very difficult. If I was a foreigner, I wouldn't study Japanese because it's too complex. But I guess for like a daily conversation and so forth, it's not that hard. So, but kanji is like if you understand the basic structure, usually it's all like a puzzle, composed by like a few different blocks. So it's not as hard as people think, but there are so many though. Just the number is big. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It'll be good for Japanese speakers to spread the word about what's going on over here. I'll send you, Hidetoshi, a Discord invite after the stream. Nice. Thank you. Stream. The US is overwhelming in the Pacific. No way they will try the moment after Ukraine. Yeah. Like, oh man, I'm realizing that war costs so much resource and money and human lives. Like, human lives, of course, but like, I was watching the world news yesterday and it was about the news from France. They were translating into Japanese, like the French news, but they have this Caesar. Was it a rocket? Rocket だっけ？大砲? Oh yeah, 大砲. Cannon? Is it? Cannon だよね. So like French are exporting, France is exporting this cannons, but they don't, they, they, they have the deals, but they can't produce as fast or something because it requires like all this technology knowledge, technological knowledge. So it's not, the production is not as fast as they want. And yeah, I saw an interesting aspects of a war. And yeah, it's all about money. I realized, so it's very interesting. Okay, okay, man, this I'm Japanese, but sitting on tatami floor is very tiring. I must admit, I'm so Americanized. I'm Sagittarius. Oh, if you count 30 signs of of free. Hmm. Most Japanese leftists learn English too well and speak it great like Yoko, while most Japanese conservatives just don't care to learn it. Good point, very good point. Because leftists, I was kind of leaning towards liberalism too when I was younger, so that's part of the reason why I speak, because I wanted to be American. I thought that American language, like American English, is cooler than my own language, so I still do, though. But yeah, true. Leftists do speak English very fluently, and leftists here or elsewhere, they're elites. They can study well and they get promoted well in their workplace, and they're meaning that they're more powerful than us. So that's the I guess that's the fundamental problem. And often Japanese conservatives complain, like, for example, our governing party right now consists of two parties: LDP, like Liberal Democratic Party, which is thought to be a conservative party, and Komeito, like pro-China party. And even though this conservative leaning, it's not really conservative, but in our society conservative, okay, so conservative leaning party, they go forward with their policy, but then in the same governing power there's this pro-China party, so they drag them down so we don't go forward. And I wanted to talk about something important, but I'm distracted by the sound, like the noise from outside. The car. Well, I don't remember where I was going with this, but yeah, yeah, I totally forgot, man. The noise. If you could snap your fingers and learn a new language by magic, what would it be? German, Spanish, and Chinese. Man, but I think my favorite language is, like, again, like German sounds cool, and Spanish sounds is also, like, it's cute for me, and it's nice to my ears somehow. Spanish, and also the Hong Konger Chinese. It's not Chinese. I want to call it like a Hong Konger Hong Kong language, but Cantonese, yeah, right? Cantonese. It sounds really nice too, because I'm so used to it. Like, I hear that, I've heard it a lot, so I like that sound as well. And yeah, and also the Chinese, like mainland Chinese, is something that I would want to learn just for politics, But I don't think that I can endure studying that, because it's the enemy's language. That's why you have to study it. But I guess that I will be more attracted to the language that I love. So yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What about sexy French? I don't actually find French as appealing as everybody thinks for some reason. Like, American English is so sexy. That's just how I feel. It's really nice to my ears. I always listen, like, I'm constantly listening to American English. It's crazy. Like, I think I have a fetish towards American English. American Spanish is hard to avoid. Yeah, I bet. I bet. You are Leo. Virgos are great, and you describe your sign well. Thank you. Have a great day. You're gonna have a great too. Thank you. Okay, I'm talking so much. I need to go soon because my back is like hurting now. Mm, 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 mm. This is why most MAGA supporters are against war and American intervention. Yeah, war is hell, and only the bad people make money. That's a good point. Yes, 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 yes. At the same time, though, if you have like extremely strong military force, then nobody would mess with you. And that's how it was until like a decade ago or so. But in the past decade or two, China grew militarily, and then the world order is like starting to shake. So that's the problem. We need to advance our technology like way ahead than our enemies so that we can avoid. But in order to do that, though, again, that costs a lot of money too. And yeah, nowadays the industrial spies, I don't know what to call it. Like, there are spies in each industry, and of course, like CCP is passionate about it. So we need to avoid that, and it's so difficult in this globalized world. Hmm. Oh, Johnny is Virgo too. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Your birthday is coming up soon, huh? Okay. I should probably go. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. It's always interesting. Yeah. I should be more active, though. Like, but I don't know if I want to make videos for YouTube. I'm thinking like maybe I should go grow my influence on Twitter first. Twitter is easier to gain like new people, new followers. So maybe I should make videos and post on like short videos on Twitter, and then soon I should do like YouTube videos maybe. I don't know. But I will see. Okay. Okay. It's always interesting that you guys talk to each other in the comment section. It's so cute. I like it when I see that. Yeah, you guys should all be friends with each other because it's rare. Like people like you are rare in this world, like literally in this world. So you should be friends with each other. Uh, Japanese, Japanese sounds beautiful to you. Oh, thank you. Japanese language is so different in like it depends on where you live. Like our dialect is really really strong. It almost sounds like a different language sometimes. So yeah, but I guess that's how we protected ourselves back in the day because basically different prefectures meant like different countries. So, but anyway, thank you always for giving me that. Shut up, I'm not cute. Aww. Aww. Okay. Yeah, it must be late over there in America or in like around there, and in Europe it's isn't it very early? 2時だから Isn't it like 6 in the morning or something? Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go. So thank you guys so much for coming. And I'm gonna do this weekly. So next week should be, yeah, I should be free, right? Yes. So next week, please come again. Hi. Oh, I was gonna just end this live stream now, but hi. At least you called me live. Thank you. I'm gonna go, guys. I feel bad. It's Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday, right? Where you are? It's Sunday here. It's like 2:30 p.m. It's really hot. Oh yeah, God. Yes. Okay. Yes. Good night, Yoga. Good night. Have a great day or night. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. It is late. Yeah. It's a good routine for us all. Sunday morning, yeah, right? Early riser. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You rock. Yeah. Okay. Guys, have a good day or night. And thank you again for coming to hang out with me. Let's reunite next week around the same time. I'm always late, so around the same time. Okay. See you all next week. Okay. おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。Have a nice day. You too. Thank you. Danke. Okay, bye.